Alright, I just checked out Neverness Tavernus, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did not expect this game to look this good. At first, I thought it was just another anime RPG, open world gacha, but once I saw the city and those weird anomalies, it actually caught me off guard on how good this game is. At first glance, though, I thought Neverness Tavernus kind of looks like, Genshin, Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, like similar to those games. But the more I played it, the more I realized it's doing its own thing. So today I'm gonna give you guys my first impression of the game and how this game's gonna hold up in long term, and also to see if this game is going to be good or not. Let's check it out. Before we jump in, just a quick heads up. This is the beta of Neverness to Everness, and I'm actually really fortunate to have gotten access this early. So keep in mind, this isn't the final build. Things could still change in the release of the game. So what is Neverness to Everness? This game is an open-world gacha RPG that is set in a modern setting. So imagine GTA, but it's in anime. It combines anime-style visuals with a mysterious urban settings. Basically, there's a lot of weird things going on in the world. This game, you felt like everything is normal, and then there's gonna be you enter into a certain place, and you're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck's going on here? I was just running around doing my thing, exploring the open world, and I encountered weird anomalies in a way, and it was fun. It's weird and it's surprising, I would say, and that's the point I was saying, that this game is kind of unique and it's doing its own thing. Story-wise, I can't really say anything about it because, the story, it's still in beta and the story can change in the final release. But everything so far, though, I'm still at, level 10 at the moment, and I haven't really gotten that much into the story, but the story is actually pretty good, and I would say it's really interesting in a way, in a modern way. It's really hard to put an interesting twist in the modern world, in a modern setting, but they really did a great job on putting interesting stuff, surprising you with stuff, and also they're pretty goofy and they are very upfront with their goofiness when it comes to storytelling, how the characters react, facial expressions and everything, and I really love it. It's a very it's not a dark story, it's more like a brighter side of a story, but there's also dark twists into it, but it's really fun, and I can't really show a lot, but I can give you an example right here.
What's this dirty thing? Die!
Let's talk about the characters, the roster in this game. Are they going to be interesting or not? I would say yeah, they look good. The characters, the design, everything, the art style is actually something that I really like. I'm a big fan of it, 100%. Y'all judge me that I still play Genshin Impact to this day, but I really like that style, and it's something that it keeps me playing the game because I appreciate everything around it. In the open world, your characters look so good, and with their animations, their combat styles, it's pretty unique. And we're gonna talk about the combat later, but right now it's all about the characters, and I think they look good. Some people will say not, but opinions are subjective. Everyone can have their own opinions, so that's just my opinion. Let's talk about the gameplay, and oh boy, this is this is where everything gets me, because it's an open world modern setting. And bruh, you know what I did after I did the prologue story and I got to the open world? I immediately went out and asked for a car, immediately drove around, and doing first person as well. It was actually surprising. The first person was actually pretty good. It was so much fun, and my partner actually says this game's gonna be expensive. I was like, bro, this is a gacha game. This is free. She was actually very surprised that this game is free. Also, mind you, when it comes to graphical settings and stuff like that, as you can see, I am playing on a very low graphical settings. It's not really, I don't have the best computer, but it managed to be able to run it and record at the same time, so I'm good with that. And you know what? As a very low setting, it actually looks pretty good. And there's so much in the scenery, riding trains, riding cars, and there's just a lot of stuff that you can do in this game. Also, like there's also like different currencies in this game. Like there's a currency for you to upgrade your characters. And then there's also a currency, a city currency, which is basically a currency that you will use to buy cars, your own apartment. And yes, you can have your own apartment. I have my own apartment with Mint in there, holding her hands and everything. It's just fun. I have a small apartment at the moment because I haven't really got through the game that much. But I will continue to make more videos about it. And it's really, really fun. The first goal that I have in mind is I'm gonna have my own car and I'm gonna have my own apartment. So I was doing a lot. I haven't even done a lot of the main story. I was just going around the city and doing jobs, doing side quests, anything for funds, I would say. And it's very, very fun. I'm loving it so far. There's so much you can do in this game. You can even race. Which the good thing about race is that you can co-op. You can just go with randoms or you can just go with your friends. The co-op wise for this game, I can't really go deep into it because I haven't really unlocked the co-op yet. So maybe on the next few videos I can show you guys how the co-op feels like if I have friends that has the game. So it is very fun, man. Now let's talk about combat and movement. Of course, we have the normal attack, the charge attack. We have the basic movements of like, WASD, sprint. It's unlimited stamina, by the way, so that's good. We also have like dodge counter in this game. I've been doing a lot of like cool dodges lately, and it's pretty nice and pretty good. We also have the character skills and their burst. Combat mechanics is, you would say it's kindly actually basic, but we have parrying, we have perfect dodging and dodge riposte. Which is actually pretty good. And there's also like a plunge attack parry, skill parry as well. You can parry enemies attack via skill. And there's also like the normal swap parry, which is actually cool. And also like the Esper cycle. So basically this game has 6 attributes. We have incantation, cosmos, chaos, psyche, lakshana, and anima, and all of them are interconnected to each other. I can't really dig deep into this one yet because I'm still pretty early in the game, so maybe later on when I go to the end game stuff I can explain much further about this. But basically each attribute reacts to which near them. Like for example, incantation can react to chaos, chaos react to incantation, and chaos can react to psyche, but psyche cannot interact with incantation. So there's that kind of rotations and stuff like that. So it's kind of complicated for now, but it will matter because I will explain to you the mechanic of it. There is an elemental reaction. It is called an Esper cycle. So what I said earlier is that the reaction of the stuff, like you see this circle right here, the 6 elements of Esper cycle. So if anima connects with cosmos, it will trigger blossom, and then anima to incantation, it triggers hex. Incantation to chaos, it triggers scorch. Chaos to psyche triggers nova. Psyche to lakshana, we have stain. Lakshana to cosmos, we have remora. But keep in mind that the reactions only work when you do the Esper swap. Basically, if you filled out your Esper cycle slot by doing attacks, actually, just attacks or basic attack skills, and probably your burst as well, it will fill up, and then if it's full, then you can swap to a certain member. And then that's when the reaction comes in. It's not like you're gonna do a quick swap and everything's gonna react, right? But the reaction is gonna come after the swap. So that's just how it goes for this game. And I can't wait how they're gonna expand to this later on. I like the simplicity of the reaction system and stuff like that. So right now it's going to be simple. It's the start of the game. It's going to be like but there might be changes after the beta, so on the release. So let's see how they will do this, and I'm very, very excited about all of this. So we'll see how it goes, and yeah. But yeah, like I said, the combat might seem like straightforward, but there's like mechanics underneath it, like the simple elemental reaction, and then the simple Esper cycle, the simple dodging, parrying, basic attack skills. It might look simple, but I would say my little brain, it will complicate a lot in the near future. But like I said, I'm still in the early game, so I can't really say that much. This game is going to be heavy on S ranks, I would say. But yeah, it's going to be like the modern gacha these days, because it's going to be heavy of S ranks, and I don't really mind that because I could just save up and get the S ranks. Because I would say getting the 4 stars in Genshin is actually harder than getting the 5 stars. So that's probably just me, but I don't know about you guys. The problem with that later on, it's going to be diversity when it comes to builds, like team building and all that. But we're not gonna think about that yet. But we'll just see how they're gonna do this in the future, and I'm really, really excited about this game. And I'm gonna make more videos about this game later on. So this is just basically a first impression, guys. It's not a final decision that I made of the game. But if you ask me, you give me an open world gacha game that is set in a modern setting. I can drive cars. I can have an apartment. I will immediately be 100% be on it. I played GTA almost my entire life. I play like Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4, and GTA 5. I played all of those a lot when I was young. This game is going to be probably one of my main games, hopefully, in the near future. But we never know, man. So for the release date of the game, Neverness to Everness will officially release globally on April 29, 2026, and that is actually very close now. And another main game on my roster, and I'm actually going to be very excited about it. Guys, tell me what you think about the game, and hopefully you guys will have your own opinions as well. Everyone has their own opinions, and my opinion about the game is that I think this game is going to be good. I think this game is gonna be great. So thank you again, everyone, for being on my video. We're almost hitting 100 subscribers now. So I hope you guys give a like and subscribe to this video, and I hope to see you guys more on the future, and more videos of Neverness to Everness. I'm really, really happy that I'm able to play the beta, and like I said, we'll see how it goes, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the release date.